Shatter the Vain, a podcast about vainglory.
Hey, I'm Brad Chmielewski, and this is Shatter the Vain, episode 51. And I'm here in San Francisco with a couple special guests. We're doing the podcast a little different. Welcome, guys. Want to introduce yourself? Who are you? Why are you in this weird house with me?
Sure. I'm adyendrus from Broken Myth, and we're here at TwitchCon. Woo!
I'm snugglesnatch.
We're in this house so that we're not in a boat.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, the boat incident. Oh, okay. Hi, snugglesnatch, part of the community. Hey, guys.
Right, yeah, we're here for TwitchCon. We were supposed to be in a boat. People heard about us, like, renting a boat. It was going to be boat life for the weekend, and that just fell apart on us. And so we got this sweet house, and we got a cat here. This is great. It worked out perfectly. The internet's just what we needed to play Vainglory as well.
Yeah, not just any cat. It's Jeffrey. He's part of the family, so...
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be wandering around here. You might see him in the background. But how was your guys' TwitchCon? Like, what'd you think? This was the first one. Like, how'd it go for you guys?
That was amazing. You couldn't tell that it was the first one. Definitely not. This was great. And meeting everyone, especially Super Evil Megacorp. They're just as amazing as you could imagine they would be.
Sure, yeah. Do we go down the list of shout-outs? Who'd we meet this week?
Oh my gosh.
Everyone?
Yeah, if I try to do that, I feel like I'll leave out like
someone?
6. Yeah.
All right, we won't say anybody, but it was great to, like, I didn't come out for the launch party, so it was nice to meet Playoff and, like, the Super Evil team, like, outside of all just the community people that you usually see or talk to on Twitter and in-game and everything.
That's true, yeah. When I showed up and Playoff saw me, he's like, "Oh, you're Audie? You're taller than I imagined." And I was like, "Thanks, I love you too, man."
That's a weird thing to go with, like, "Oh, that's you."
Yeah.
Oh, no, go away.
It's not what I was expecting.
But they had a nice little booth set up, like, in the indie dev game area, so it wasn't anything massive, but they had, like, people shoutcasting matches all day, and anyone could come up and play.
There's a bunch of people from the community, like, coaching new players, too. I thought that was so much fun.
Yeah, I saw you there helping someone, and their boyfriend got mad at you, right?
I guess I stressed her out a little bit. I don't know. A lot of information to take in, especially if you haven't played a MOBA before, I guess.
Right, and she was playing Ringo and just standing there, auto-attacking.
That was, like, probably one of the better strategies we saw. We saw, like, 3v3 games, but it'd be, like, 3v3 lane, and one person on each team would have bought an item, and it was just, like, chaos. And by the end of the game, they would have had everything figured out. They knew how to buy items, they knew all of their abilities, and it was just, like, that one experience really taught them the game.
I think we watched one game go, like, 30 minutes? Or over 30 minutes? Like, that was just... I can't imagine, like, play a lot of League, so 30 minutes is fine, but, like, playing Vainglory for 30 minutes is like...
While standing at a booth.
Yeah. It's like, I can't buy anything else. Like, I don't know what to do after that amount of time.
Yeah, that's probably Wolf Hands' fault.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Wasn't that the game he was in?
No, he was shoutcasting.
Was he shoutcasting? Oh, his poor voice.
I think he was just, like, not sure what to do anymore.
Okay.
But then, yeah, a bunch of other games over there. It was fun just walking around the floor. They had some fantastic announcements. They had, like, a little streaming area set up for people. So Vainglory was doing dev streams at 10 a.m., Friday morning and Saturday morning. So a lot of cool stuff for us to talk about here. Should we jump into some news?
Vainglory News.
So first in the news, I think, is the new hero Phinn. We got the tease, a week and a half ago now? And so we got a little splash art, and now we saw him in action. Do you want to go over his abilities? I think you know him better than I do.
Godzilla's on the fold, right?
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of Phinn because he's like a new lizard that's better than the old lizard, so that's really good. Yeah, gets to like stomp on Scarf.
On Scarf, yeah.
Scarf is a
the
lizard.
Old lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But Quinn's A skill is called Quibble, and he basically smashes the ground if it's maxed out. If you've overdriven it, it will stun. Otherwise, it's just a slow. His B skill is Protective Company, I think. And it's like a giant radius pull. So just like has like this cool gravity effect all towards the middle all at the same time. And what I was seeing Phinn do, because he's mostly a support, what I was seeing him do is he would like leash enemies over the wall. So he could like pull 2 camps at once for his carry.
Okay.
A lot of supports can't do that. They can pull the 2 back camps, but when you get to the middle, you can't stretch the healing camp and the 2 and Marty and Jeff down by the jungle
Is that
shop.
what we're calling them, Marty and Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh.
that was
Yeah. They have names. Come on.
Jeez.
Everybody has a name. But
Even a minion camp.
even the minion camp, especially that one. And then his ultimate is the hook, man. I don't know what it's called, but it is devastating. He throws out his anchor and just
It's really long. Like you can almost, if you're in lane in the bush, you can almost hit like the minion mine Kraken there. It's like just on the edge, so I don't think you can actually do that. But that's about how long it is.
yeah, it's far. Like it's basically sometimes it's further than you can see. Like on a 16:9 device, sometimes north and south, you can't even see where it's going to go. So it's like you see a person walk off the edge of your screen, and you're like, and it pulls everyone. Like a lot of hooks in games will grab the first hero, but this grabs everything in that line and just pulls it into you, and then they just get quibbled.
Yeah. Do you think that was a good thing to do? Because pulling one person is great because then they're dead instantly. But having 2 people there, it's like it kind of almost evens out the fight a little bit without just making it like, yeah, I got you out of position. Now we're gonna kill the rest of your team.
Right. Historically, like a hook, like catches one person, like you said, but what that lets the defensive team do is body block. So you can have like the support being stepping in front of the carry, like, hey, take me.
Yeah.
But
I'll come along, friend.
but now this claw game is we're taking you all, and so if the support's like, well, I'll come with you and try to save you, then they can still step in line and be like, try to be like, okay, we're coming with you.
It's almost like an opposite of Vox alt here. Like, all right, let's just all stay together instead of just everyone get out of the way.
No, nobody split up. Yeah, that's very true.
But he's got a pretty neat passive or heroic perk. He can't be stunned.
It's true.
And this, I think, is going to take some getting used to. As someone who plays a lot of Catherine, it's like, I'm just going to stun whoever I see. Like, get over here.
Well, and Glaive is so popular right now, and you can't displace him.
Right.
So Glaive comes flying in with that afterburn and goes, huh!
And it looks like it broke. You're like, what?
It looks like the game just messed up, and Finn's like, sorry, as he walks
He's
up.
so slow.
He's really slow.
I think he's a game changer for sure.
Really?
Like, just think of all the combos and the plays that you can make with this guy. Like, you can't hide in the back line anymore, really, as a carry.
Right.
And those players or those characters with like escapability, you're done.
Run all you want.
Yeah, all those, like, there's those fights sometimes, like 2 minutes, like at the turret, like just like who's gonna mess up here first, and then so now with Finn, it's like, all right, yeah, come on, we'll get this fight started.
Let's roll.
Yeah,
And another reason why he's a game changer is because he's a support. So you don't have to sacrifice a carry role. You don't have to sacrifice a jungle carry role. He's like, you can be like, well, do we want the Catherine stun that's very reliable, or do we want this late game hook that will just like completely catch the other team off guard?
okay, yeah.
People can just
And
walk
he's
away
so
from Catherine.
tanky,
You can't walk away from Finn.
No, yeah, he is. I think someone shoutcast and was like, he's the anti-ace machine because he's so tanky. It's kind of almost like you see people chase Ardens, and it's like, we can't kill him. He's like shield up, he's fast, and Finn's like, I'm real slow and tanky, and waste your time on me. Did you guys play him on the floor at all, or
I didn't get to
beforehand?
play him. No, I didn't get to play him yet. Maybe today though.
Maybe today. Okay.
Yeah, I played him a little bit, and he's exactly what you're describing. The only fear I have is that because he's slow, he has a really hard time chasing people before he has his ultimate.
Okay.
And he has a really hard time running away from people ever. So
Right. It's like but they combined a lot of characters. Like Saw, you kind of like, all right, we're committed to this.
yeah, that's true.
So you could build a nice team comp maybe with a Saw and Finn and somebody else that's just like, we are just committed. We're just gonna stand our ground every time and just fight.
Maybe I guess Arden's another support, but he like throws down the gauntlet, and then Saw and Finn can like move slowly through it. Like, this is our zone. Stay away, jerk.
But then, yeah, if they're getting chased down, it's like, all right, no.
This is Rory. Run away.
But he's going to be interesting to play. I think we'll probably mainly see him as that support role, but someone was saying he could be really good in lane as well because you could just stay up there and farm and, pull someone into your turret range and kind of take them down.
No, it's when people come to gank you,
Oh.
you're like, okay. Like, you don't hurt me, so I'll just slowly walk away, and you'll be like, wow, that was a huge waste of time.
Right.
I don't know. Seemed good.
So we'll see how that sorts itself out. I don't know. It's probably not going to happen right away. You're going to have to see some of the higher elo people kind of try it out, and then it'll trickle down. And then we got that, Halloween map?
Oh, that's so fun. That's just awesome.
That was a big surprise that they, I guess, committed the time to make this new themed and skinned map.
And that's what it was. Like, it was a ton of work. You see, like, every aspect of it has changed. It seems like the whole color has changed. The water in the middle next to Gold Miner is a different color. There's pumpkins all over. There's like green glowing things at the minion mine. Like, everything is different.
Leaves are missing from the trees.
Yeah,
and
there's tombstones. Like, it really caught me off guard. I thought that I would have heard about it if they worked on it for that long.
Right, yeah. And I was talking to Kraken for a little bit, like, was this, like, something they had thought about, like, a long time ago? And I almost feel like it seemed like they wanted to do it, and it might have been part of the community, like, hey, we want neat stuff in the game. We want map skins and Kraken skins and all that kind of stuff. And, like, this is kind of like, hey, we know you guys like this stuff, and it kind of makes the game fresh again for anyone that's playing.
Mm-hmm.
The players have been begging for a new map, and now they got it.
Yeah, that's the autumn map, yeah. I don't think we'll see a winter or a snow map just because it gets hard to see things then.
Well, and the other thing is, the season's going to run October, right?
Yes,
October, November, December, and so in early January, we'll get the next map, and by then, they'll probably be thinking more towards spring, and so there probably won't be a winter map.
Right, so maybe we'll have a spring map, or maybe we'll go back and then we'll have a spring map. I don't know. But I think it'll be fun to play. I think maybe the Halloween stuff might get old, and maybe they'll drop the themed map in one of the patches. Like, maybe we'll only see it for a month.
Saying you're getting old of the Halloween map?
Yeah, I'm already sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm already done with it. I've seen it.
I was hoping somebody would say it.
Yeah. And then we got 2 awesome, like, limited edition skins out of this. We got a Celeste skin, her first skin. So she's, what is it, Baywitch or Bewitch? Baywitch. Yeah. And it looks really nice. What do you guys think of that?
Oh, I think it's great, and the animations are my favorite. Like when she gets on boots, right? Boots, she gets on the
She
broom.
jumps on a broom.
Yeah.
She flies away, and then her stars are now like a cauldron that drop down and they're like almost
The
bubbling.
stun. The stun is like the witch, like
Yeah, it's like a pentagram.
pentagram. Yes.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't even
So
catch
cool.
that.
Oh man, when she does core collapse, it draws like this really quick, like very thin lined pentagram on the ground. It looks like
Okay.
it's not like a perfectly drawn. It's almost like drugged through the. I don't know. It's like it's been scraped in the ground with like a branch, like that's kind of like.
Super evil.
Oh yeah, it looks
Oh,
so.
rusty greenish
It looks
color,
like so
too.
witchy. Yeah. Well, it like matches the color. I guess
Yeah.
if you're in game and playing.
Okay. And then her solar storm is it's like ghosts fly out, right? That's fun. And then we have the petal skin, and the petal skin. This is the petal's second skin, so it's kind of a bummer that she gets 2 skins before like someone else doesn't have one yet.
I don't know, man. I'm not one for that argument. Like some heroes, it's like better to make skins for them because Petal has so many like fun minions that you can like build skins for and customize them, and then it's like easier to do than it's like, okay, we have Vox and he's a DJ, and we want to keep him a DJ, but how do we make him a DJ and anything else? And so
Okay.
it's difficult to make a skin for him, I'd say.
Right, and with the petal changes, they didn't. I don't know if they went over all the changes because that'll be in the patch notes, so we'll wait until that. But she's got a rework and she's got some fun stuff, so it's kind of like a re-excitement for her.
Yeah, she looks adorably evil. If you
Right.
can imagine it.
Yeah, so she's dressed up as a pumpkin, and her minions are little skulls, right?
Yeah, it's so cute.
I didn't dive too
Her
much
seeds
into
are
her.
like gravestones,
The
right?
gravestones, okay.
Yeah, and
No?
or what is
They're
it? It
skeletons.
pops up.
Skeletons.
No,
Or money.
Her
Her
seeds?
seeds are
Yeah, I
gravestones,
think they're
right?
little
And then the
miniature marshmallow gravestones.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, looks neat. Will you guys be picking up these 2 skins?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, all right, yeah, because they're only gonna be around for like I think it was 30 days or 35 days. So just it's not the whole season. It's just like that limited time and kind of it'll be fun maybe in like a year to be like, yeah, I got that Celeste skin, like, and someone else is like, what is that? Where'd you get it?
Yeah, it's like, and that's like the allure of the seasonal skins is that they're super cool and you can only get them for that little bit. So then once you have them, you're like, hey, yeah, I got this.
No big deal. I've been playing for a while. But then you're just terrible at that character. And you're like, yeah, I'm just don't play them.
I never
see
played
Adi
Celeste.
play pedal.
Play pedal. Oh.
I've played pedal before. I think I played pedal in the games to get to POA. I think I was playing with Gibbs or something.
Okay. Yeah, but I think so. These are going to come out when 1.9 launches, and probably this coming week is I think the thought behind that. Fingers crossed on that.
Yeah.
But maybe not because I need a little more time to like rank up and like get my trophy on lock.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
You're not still SA, are you, Brad?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Don't judge. I'm hot as gold. Come on.
Yeah, you're getting there.
I'm getting there.
Ah.
Oh man. And then the other 2 skins that are going to be coming in 1.9 are Cruel Tier 2, which you pumped for?
I could not be more excited. They've had the splash art out there just teasing me for the longest time, and it's just like sitting there saying like coming soon or available soon.
It's
or
been
not
kinda
available.
sad, yeah.
I'm just like, oh, that's all I ever want is for that skin to show up, and it's been difficult because like that's the skin I want, and so I haven't been like too excited about acquiring cards,
Okay, because
It's
there's
like,
not a lot of Cruel cards in there.
and you can't get like any of the epics, and you can't get any of the legendaries, and so you're like, but I want all the Krull skins. So
Okay, I think the only other one that's like people want it for so long is Glaive Tier 3. Like that one's missing, and then now we'll have Cruel Tier 3 just missing for months now. And then there was Taka Tier 2, which Taka seems like the fastest moving skin. It's like, all right, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. Let's do this.
I feel like
so
that was
popular.
Ringo.
I guess yeah, I'd see that. Ringo came out pretty quick.
Yeah, Ringo Tier 3 hit, and then it's like, and we're gonna do skins for other heroes too. It's just,
And we still have no. We got our Celeste skin now, so we're missing. I think Fortress is going to be kind of a tough hero to skin.
and that's exactly what I was talking about before. Some heroes, it's easier to make skins because you have like, you look at them and you see an idea, and you're like, oh yeah, that works. But it's like Fortress, like, let's do race car Fortress, and he's a race car.
Okay. Is that happening? Do you know Race Car Fortress?
It's like that would be so much work to like completely convert him into a car that it's like, okay, this probably isn't gonna
Right.
happen.
Little cards come out when he does his ultimate. It'd be micro machines.
There you go. It could be his pit crew comes out.
Ooh,
There
okay.
you go.
All right.
You hearing
but-
this, SCMC?
I know. Look at the idea. If you want to like pay us, we'll just be a think tank here.
We have ideas.
So we mentioned like ranking up, getting your trophy because the season's coming to an end. And you started to mention that the seasons are happening. So the first season's going to run from October through January. And then every, 3 months after that? Is that 3 months? Or was that
It is
4?
3 months. The beginning of October to the beginning of January will be a 3-month season.
Right. So I think that's why 1.9 is going to drop next week because it's kind of, let's cut the season short. I think that is going to be a theme. You're going to start to know like when that patch is going to happen because it's got to happen at the beginning of the month.
That's a good point.
So you got a few more days to get your trophies in and get your final ranks locked in for your, season 0? Is this 0 or is that season 0?
The season we're in right now is season 0.
Okay. So season 1. And they kind of mentioned that there'll be other limited things available, skins, and as you rank up with each season. So I think they're kind of going to incentivize,
That'd be cool.
playing and ranking up and doing all that stuff. And then with 1.9, we kind of got a little tease of this. We didn't see too much of it on the floor, but the guilds and the teams are getting introduced. So you're going to be able to have a guild. Anyone can start a guild, and it can be private or public. I think it costs ice or glory to make one. I don't know if they said how much yet.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a cost to create a guild?
But I think it's so everyone's just not like making funny guilds like, oh, we're the fart guild. And, like, oh, you had to spend money to make the fart guild. All right.
So the chances are I've already made that guild, and
Right.
so now you can't even spend money to do it.
Yeah, so it's already locked. But you're only gonna be able to be in one guild at a time, so you can't even be in I can't be in 2 different fart guilds. So.
Downer, man.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man. Not all farts are the same.
Yeah, but you can only represent one.
That's fair.
And then the same idea with teams. So you're going to be able to have a team. Guilds can be up to 20 members at first, and there'll be 50. Teams can be 6 members on your team. And
So are teams inside of guilds then?
teams are separate.
separate,
Yeah.
okay.
So you're going to have to make both. It's not going to be like the Gangstars Guild and the team is with that because they have different names for their team. So, they're separate. And I think somebody is like the ultimate manager of that guild and team. So,
That's cool.
it should be interesting with the limited of 20. I know 20 seems like about the number of a lot of guilds, but I know some of them are a lot bigger. I know Vertigo's super big. And,
Around 30 or more.
oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. So some people aren't going to make that first round. They're going to be cut. And then it'll be increased to 50, I think, as you show, hey, we're an active guild. We play together. And you're also going to get something that I think we're all going to see in the future is like a menu or a screen that shows how good your guild and team are doing.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a stats screen that shows hey, look, we're, this is our ranking in our guild and our team, and there's going to be more info to come there, which I think leads to what we'll see in the future is you could go to anybody's profile and see hey, they play these heroes, here's their past matches, here's their skill tier without just you're SA silver. I got that. I want to know more. I want to know oh, are you a great Saw? Are you a great Cruel? So I think we'll see that at some point too. But I don't know anything else that they announced or mentioned or teased that we're missing.
Almost definitely.
Almost
right?
definitely, yeah.
I remember seeing the change notes on 1.9, and it was like a novel. So a lot is coming, and it's mostly going to be boiled down into the seasons, the season starting and resetting your ranked elo, so that you have a fresh start. That's gonna be huge.
I think it's a lot of accounts that I have are just gonna die away because you can't rank multiple accounts in a 3-month period. I know I can't.
You can. You just make a team and you play on different devices all at the same time.
Okay.
I would do that if I could play Kroll 3 times on the same team, but it won't let you.
No, I won't let you do that. That's too bad. You just have to build your Kroll team comp.
Right,
with the
good.
Phinn, Saw, and Kroll. You guys are right there. You can.
That's true. They all have to fight us or
Yeah.
walk away.
They did mention that I think the season 1, money that's up is over $100,000, for the winner of that. So that's exciting to see the esports scene starting to grow and get bigger. I know there was some talk at TwitchCon about esports and how Twitch is promoting those and making them even bigger. So that's fun.
Well, and yesterday when they were on stream, they were talking about how the top teams from VGL were going to qualify for the VIPL in Korea.
Okay.
Which was news to me because I covered the VIPL on Broken Myth, and then it was over.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's done. That was cool. That was great. But I'm not covering any competitive scene. And then it's actually, we're down to the top 8 in VGL. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, so now you have to cover
Now
it.
I have to cover it. And then once we're done with that, there's going to be another VIPL season. So it's going to be constant coverage of these esports events. It's pretty cool.
Right, and with the teams, your team is going to have a seeding for future tournaments VGL and things like that. So if you are, the highest ranked team, you're going to be seated number 1 in all these. So it's not like I think that person is good. We're going to look at skill tiers and like, oh, you're 22. It's like, oh, all right, that's sure. But yeah, that's kind of, I'm sure we'll go over the patch notes 1.9 when it drops here later in the week. But TwitchCon was a lot of fun. Would you guys come back again?
Oh, of course. It's a blast being here and meeting everyone that you've talked to on the internet for like 3 months, played games with.
You put the face with the person now?
Yes, leading with my IGN is the most awkward thing. It's so awkward.
Hi, I'm snugglesnatch.
So used to saying, hi, I'm Brittany, but nobody knows me by that, so.
Oh, now they do. You just told everyone.
It's on my Twitter, too, so.
Jeez. They're gonna find you.
It's always so weird when people call me by my first name on the internet. I'm like, oh, don't do that. Man. No one knows that guy is a cruel rock god. They think he just has like a 9-to-5 job. That's boring.
Right. You're just ruining your persona.
Yeah, right?
Jeez. Yeah, I think I would come back again. I think it was probably a good test ground for what it could be. Yeah. And I think it'll just be bigger next time. And I think they need, more stage. Like, I felt like there was some games to play. There was a good amount, but I felt like there needed to be more of that happening.
But at the same time, like, we hit 6 o'clock on the second day, and I didn't feel like there was ever too much time where I was like, I don't have anything to do. Like, there were lines of people lined up to meet every Twitch celebrity on the planet. Like, I shook hands with Crip, I ran into Raynad, I saw Trump, I kissed Hafu,
right?
And then I woke up, and like, I don't know, it was just so much fun. Like, everywhere you looked, there was just somebody that you'd seen on the internet, like somebody that you like looked up to or respected, and and then outside of just the people there were really fun events. Like, SCMC was constantly streaming over in the Razor Zone. There were fun games to play. There were like challenges you could do. Even at the SCMC booth, they had constant 3v3 matches going, and like the shoutcasting there was a lot of fun. They would just like swap out mics, and you had Doer and Shin Kaigen and Wolfhands and Yuma Rankin, like all just casting games and just like having fun and swapping it out while Wabish and Haney ran around with their head, like chickens with their heads cut off.
And they were good, like if a bunch of people, like if Fuji and Gangstar people jumped on, they'd be like, oh crap, like no, we can't have you play, and like try to swap people around so it wasn't like they're just gonna stomp these people that are just not, they didn't buy any items. Like, this isn't a fair game.
I was gonna play, and then I looked around the corner and I saw Call of the Meek on the end there, and I was like, no.
Because he really needs to practice at TwitchCon.
That's good.
Oh, speaking of him playing, we should mention that a super fun game that happened on stage.
Oh, yeah.
It was Fuji, Hafu, and Cole was on their team, and then Pawn, Iraqi, and Lady Wabish. No, old school. So
not Iraqi.
No, okay. Awkward. We have to cut that now. But that was a fun match because not only was it very competitive, like these are all 6 really good players, but we had fun like things that happened. Like Wabish got pied, so did Fuji. They're pretty pissed about that.
No, they weren't too salty. It was just in the heat of the moment. It was a little bit to like.
They were both handcuffed at the time too. That didn't help.
Handcuffed and pied in the face.
The handcuffs had nothing to do with the show match.
No, that's just how they roll in San Francisco. Yeah. And then I think my favorite moment was when the ball pit happened. I wasn't sure how they were gonna pull this off, but they brought out like a basket of balls and threw everyone's devices in there, which is fun to do since it's a mobile game. I think everyone was playing on iPad, so if someone had an iPhone, that might have really sucked in there. But Hafu got just so mad as they're like trying to like clear the balls out. She just picked up the entire container, dumped out, balls went everywhere on the Twitch stage, and then like threw devices at Fuji and Cole, like, here, go. And at that moment, they were in like a crack and push, and they could have won the game, and then it went on for another 10 minutes because they lost their device.
Yeah, and when she like dumped it out and then threw the devices, that was like so critical because the Kraken was like walking towards their vein crystal, and she's like, we have to kill this. It was really fun.
Yeah, and then we had another match on like a smaller stage with the Halcyon Hammers. And I know I missed some of that. I couldn't find the stage, but
I saw it, and one of the teams won. So,
yeah. I think Xeno Tech's team won.
Yeah, it was like Xeno and Billy the Kid
And Kima.
That's
There was
right.
an international team.
Oh.
How cool is that?
But that's who they were playing?
And Wine, and who was the third?
Oh, I guess I don't count Shin as international.
Why?
Canadian.
He grew up in LA. Why wouldn't he be international? He just lives in Canada, and he's friendly like a Canadian, so everyone assumes he's a Canadian.
Even if he's not a Canadian, he still lives in Canada.
That
he's
makes him
not in the
international. You
US.
racist.
Just because you live
and who
somewhere,
was
it
the other
doesn't
one?
mean you're international.
Hanging out with Wine this week and like really caught me off guard. The first time I saw him, he was wearing a name tag that said Wine. And
Okay.
where I covered the VIPL, I saw him and I was like,
Is he thirsty? Or that's no. He's just like, I only drink wine.
Wine, please. No, and I saw him and I was like, his name tag says Wine, and his face looks just like Invincible Armada's Wine. That's really weird.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw you talking with them at one of the after parties because what Flying Fox was translating for.
No, I just learned Korean.
You learned to Korea. Nice.
And Flying Fox actually doesn't speak Korean either.
Oh. So that was very tough.
It wasn't actually, because Wine speaks fluent Korean because he's a Korean, but he also speaks really good Chinese, and she speaks Chinese. So I was talking to her in English, and then she was translating over in Chinese to him.
And then he's translating to himself in Korean.
Well, like when you know a language well enough, you actually don't translate it back anymore. So it's like she said that his Chinese is really good, and so like they would just converse in Chinese, and it was pretty amazing.
That's cool. What were you just talking about the game or anything exciting come out of that thought? Like as far as maybe like the competitive scene in Korea, like did you have anything to say about that?
No.
No.
Instead, we talked about like the Korean language and a bit about home and how it's a 15-hour ahead time difference. And so last night when we were all jumping and going like this at the TwitchCon after party, it was like the middle of the afternoon in Korea, and so he was standing there. He was standing there with like the cutest smile on his face, texting on his phone like, "Hello, friends!" Like getting to talk home, and like this is what the party is like, and just like talking back to his friends at home because they're finally awakening.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool to like see that time difference and him like adjust to it.
I know, even 2 hours for me, it's kind of like it's 15 hours.
3 hours. Yeah.
I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Just fun TwitchCon recap. You guys are sticking around, going to the lair for a LAN party. So, play some more, get some more secrets. Find out when 1.9 is gonna drop officially.
You got it.
All right, let me know. I'll tweet it out for everyone to find out.
We'll just double hack the computers and get in and find out all.
And if you want to unlock all the skins for me, if while you're in there, just like take care of that too.
You got it.
Before we get out of here, where can people find you? Get in touch, if it's on Twitter or the website.
Please don't contact me on Twitter. I'm brokenmyth.net. You can find me on brokenmyth.net.
Yeah.
They're doing stuff.
Go over there. So VGL coverage is going to start to happen.
It's going to have to happen, yeah. If it's top 8, that's what I'm interested in. The best of the best. So.
Okay, cool.
And you can find me on Twitter. I'm really active on there, snugglesnatch. And you can find me in a lot of the Vainglory chats on Twitch.
Okay. And then you're on Band a lot too, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, Band, yeah. And Line.
Okay, nice. And then so Shatter the Vain's on Twitter at Shatter the Vain. Website shatterthevain.com. All the episodes get posted there. Links to iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube as well. We're doing video here. You get to see the fun house and Jeffrey wandering around here. So, go check that out. However you want to listen or watch to the podcast, go do it. And that'll do it for episode 51. Thanks for listening.
More like Area 51.
Shatter the Vain.